Greg Caggiano here for Ghosts on the Coast. Just want to post a little follow-up to yesterday's video. It is really a remarkable video, and I feel like I've been saying this a lot in the last two seasons, that this may be the best evidence we've ever captured, but this one yesterday, what you're looking at right here, Ghosts on the Coast 7.1, it just might be the best evidence we have ever captured and possibly will ever capture. Towards the end of last year, because of COVID, we didn't really do any investigations till about October. We felt comfortable enough. We did one then and one in December. And the evidence in the last few months has just been incredible. And 95% of what we have captured has been on Patty's trap camera, the visual of which is what you see here. It really comes down to luck, placing the camera, right place, right time, and Patty, sitting down and listening to hours worth of triggers, because the trap camera, it only starts recording after it senses motion. So this is the last episode. I'm going to play it for you, and then we have a little bit of bonus footage, an extended audio recording that follows when this video ends. You'll see 31 seconds. It's actually really 30 seconds, but it comes up as 31. We had been in the archives room on Friday night. Patty and I met to go up there, take a look through. We're getting ready to open for another season at the Strauss Mansion Museum. And we were joined by Justin, Lisa, our psychic consultant, and her son Alden, who has been joining us for the last couple investigations. And we figured, well, we'll set up our trap cameras, we'll set up some recorders while we're there, we'll leave them overnight. You never know what we might find. So this is after we finished in the archives room, about 2 hours. We were heading home. We were heading out for the night. We didn't really do any investigating because we wanted to maintain social distance, and everybody knows when we do our seances, we have to sit pretty close for that. So we skipped all of that. We're on our way downstairs. You are going to see, let me get it up here. Patty is going to come down first. If this wants to play. There we go. There's Patty. She has a tape recorder around her neck. Keep that in mind. Ignore the whistling. That's just something with the trap camera don't know. That's Justin coming down there. Very beautifully socially distanced, I might add. And here is Lisa. She stops in front of the camera, because what else would you want to do in the dark, in the haunted house? Take a picture in front of the mirror. Now, as I was talking, you might have heard a little scream in the background. That was not one of our team members. That was actually the subject of why we posted this video. So now I want you to take a listen. As Lisa is posing in front of the mirror, you are going to hear a male voice scream, "Get out." And it is a really emphatic get out. You could almost hear like an actual voice, like actual vocal cords behind this, which EVPs are usually very generic, very static. This one has some depth to it. So take a listen, and then right after you hear the get out, you're going to hear a little girl's voice. Patty thinks it says going to be okay or it's okay. I'm not quite sure yet. And then right at the end of the video, when it gets to about 30 seconds, you're going to hear the same male voice that screamed "Get out" begin to either scream or say something. So let's take a listen here. Right there at the end, it sounds like it says, like it's getting ready to scream again. There's the get out. You could see everybody's unfazed. We did not hear this in person. This is a classic EVP captured after the fact. Now, in about a second, you're going to hear a little girl's voice, and then right at the end, listen for that male voice again. Okay, so where we got frustrated was after the scream ends, or after that little scream at the end, the trap camera stops recording. Trap cameras go for 30 seconds, and even if there is still motion present, it still shuts itself off, and then comes back on. So we did not get this on the trap camera. This is the extended audio following after the get out. This is from Patty's tape recorder, which she had around her neck. Now, the get out in this is barely audible because the trap camera was positioned at the bottom of the staircase in the foyer. The screams sound like it was coming from directly above us. I do not know. So Patty is now in the parlor, and you're going to hear her talking. She's trying to find something, and it's a little bit of noise there because the recorder is bouncing on her neck. So you're going to hear "get out" is very faint. I don't think you hear the little girl's voice in this, but then you're going to hear that loud bang that you heard in the trap camera footage. And then that male voice will start to yell again, and there are words that come following that. I don't know what they are. They're unintelligible right now. What was the bang? Was it one of us? Did somebody shut a door? I honestly do not remember. Or was the bang on the other side and we didn't hear it? Because, if you're opening and closing a door, that would not have drawn attention to us. Maybe I shut a door upstairs. I don't know. So let's take a listen to this EVP recording and kind of put it all together.
Where's the,
Okay, so right at the beginning, you can hear a very faint get out, and then after that bang, so that's running simultaneously with the trap camera, because the bang is in the trap camera footage, you hear just a burst of energy, just like a painful yell, and then what sounds like really distressed talking. Cannot make out what he is saying. It's obviously a male. No one was ever shot in the house or killed that we know of. There's no record whatsoever of that. Kind of sounds like a gunshot, to be honest. And then to hear, somebody yell, "Get out," loud bang, scream, and then distressed speaking. If you were to put that timeline in human terms, it sounds like two people having an argument, a very heated argument. Of course, we can only hear one side of the argument, the one voice. That's the only one that we hear. But we have had recordings in the past of two spirits talking to each other, two spirits yelling at each other, totally oblivious to our presence there. So this could have been the case. When we heard the trap camera footage, heard "get out" and thought that the spirit was angry at us, telling us to get out. And that very well may be the case. But when you add this recording on top of it, that loud bang, if that was not us, that means that was on the other side. That scream, I don't think a spirit would just start yelling, like that at us. And then there was more talking after that. So putting this together, putting this in this context, it sounds like there might have actually been an argument on the other side. Let's take a listen to this again.
where's the,
So what do you think about that? We're still trying to get through this here. This was quite a shocking weekend, considering we spent a few hours at the museum. Absolutely nothing happened. Again, we weren't really looking for ghosts at this particular time, but we always travel with our stuff with us. And, then to get home, and then the next day Patty sends me this, and it was unbelievable to hear that scream "get out." And now it's become a little bit deeper as we look at this recording and hear that same voice continue on. Whatever it's saying, if it was a bang, if it was just one of us, it doesn't really matter. But the "get out" is probably the best piece of evidence we'll ever get. I said this on Facebook, on my personal Facebook and Instagram, that when I give my paranormal lectures, I always use the term Holy Grail when people ask about evidence, like what's the best evidence you've ever gotten, or what's the best evidence you would ever hope to get. And I've always thought that our Holy Grail would be a visual, like that October 2014 video, which we have on YouTube, of a shadow moving around in the window. And while that is still an amazing piece of evidence, this almost right now, it's giving me vibes that this is probably better. That this is something a little bit more remarkable. The amount of energy it took this spirit to yell, "Get out," like that. We've had spirits yell at us. We've had spirits curse at us, say all kinds of things, F you, this and that. We've had spirits yell that we've captured on recordings and on camera, and none of them have ever quite produced a reaction like this one. I mean, I was blown away by it. Nothing, that doesn't happen to me anymore. Even a great piece of evidence is like, oh wow, that's really good. But this one actually floored me. We posted it on social media. Everybody was like, wow, like that is insane. And people were actually creeped out by it. Actually scared by this. So, for now, this is just a recap video. I don't know if we're going to have anything else to follow this up. Patty is still looking through trap camera footage, and I know she's captured a couple of other things that happened in the middle of the night when we were gone. What sounds like furniture being moved around upstairs. That video will probably be coming later in the week. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you heard something differently than we did, please leave us a comment or send us a message. Sometimes it takes 100 people to listen to something and somebody says, oh no, it's not saying this, it's actually saying that. We're obviously 100% certain on the get out, but what the spirit says after the bang and after his second scream, we're still trying to make that out. So for Ghosts on the Coast, I'm Greg Caggiano. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you very soon with our next episode.